And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Beyond Call of Duty S&D 2v2 tournament powered by Team Beyond and Astro Gaming. My name is Onset, and that's probably the most I've ever fluffed up an intro, Alex. How are you, buddy? You all right? It's nice to have you here.
I think people will find it in their hearts to forgive you, man. I know I do.
I think it humanizes me. That's the important thing.
That's it. You're not perfect. I can't believe it. It's shocking.
I know. Anyway, let's talk about the format for tonight. Looking forward to getting into some of the action. This is a single elimination bracket today. If you lose one series, quite simply, you are out of the tournament. And every single series is a best of 3. Now, in this tournament, there are some significant rule changes from the pub games that a lot of people are playing. Obviously, we had the esports settings announced would be one of them recently, but we're going to be playing something slightly different, the same as we were last time. There will be 1 minute, 30 seconds on the clock for each round. Each map will be a best of 11, so the score to win will be 6 rounds. There will be some restricted items such as shotguns, LMGs, launchers, specialist weapons, and various perks. And score streaks are also disabled, so each team must rely on communication, teamwork, and that all-important gun skill. Now, Alex, prize pool. Obviously, we always have money on the line in these fantastic tournaments. Completely free to enter, but what are we playing for tonight?
Well, second place is going to be going for 500. Now, that's not what they want to do. They want to go for that first place. First place going to take home $1,000.
$1,000 on the line for absolutely no entry fee whatsoever. Fantastic stuff, again, from the guys over at Beyond and Astro Gaming. And to give you an idea of the bracket and everything that's going on as well, how these teams have got to where we are right now, we can have a look at that as well as the schedule for tonight. And first up, we're going to have both semi-finals coming your way. The first semi-final is going to be Dangles versus Moo Gang. And the second semi-final will be Season taking on Espionage. And then, of course, after that, we will have our grand finals. Now, game number 1, Dangles versus Moo Gang. Dangles will be Dangles and Nova Alpha. And Moo Gang will be Daddy Moo and Zed Chaboud. I think we're going to go for, aren't we? Is that what we agreed on beforehand? Apologies if we get that one slightly wrong. If you want to correct us in the chat and we haven't got that one quite right, then let us know. But Alex, it's exciting to get back into some action. We had some awesome games last time we were here, lots of round 11s, and hopefully we get something similar tonight.
Yeah, we had some really good highlights, some things that we took away. We learned a lot. The 2v2 S&D is super exciting. Every single battle that we see, there's a lot on the line. 5v5, there's a lot of room for error. 2v2, not so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw some big clutch plays as well. A couple of 1v2s to win games and win rounds. And just to let you know about the maps for our first semi-final, we're going to be starting off on Hacienda. Game number 2 will be played on Seaside, and if we need it, we'll be going into Gridlock. Now, we've got lots to talk about tonight while we're waiting for this first game to get underway. Obviously, we had the first iteration of the esports settings, the CWL settings coming out. Alex, I wanted to get your initial thoughts and reactions on that.
Well, I think the first takeaway, a lot of people are, they've been talking about it. There's a lot of clips on Twitter, on social media. People are, they're buzzing. Is that the Riot Shield, the specialist Ajax is in play? That it's going to be used for control. It's going to be used for hardpoint. I mean, that's very interesting. I saw one clip where a player was using his specialist, was slamming it down in front of the shield. It was doing no damage. They were trying to get grenades into the corner pocket to get behind the shield. No bueno. The only really thing that you have a chance with is the Molotov cocktail. And they just didn't have it at the time. So, it's just a real frustrating bit. But the rest of the settings look great. It looks like we might be set up for a great year of competitive Call of Duty.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I think the first group of settings that always come out, try and keep a lot of the games close to sort of vanilla settings as you can. Obviously, with some of the super OP stuff taken out. And I think we will see that... we will see those adjusted before the first CWL event. We've already seen, Hacienda is going to be added into the rotation for that first CWL event. So a lot of exciting stuff coming up, and I kind of like it when they. I was working with Chris Tunn last weekend, and we were talking about the first settings when they came out, the first group of settings, and he tweeted out that he was like, kind of like what they've done with the settings. Obviously, there's a fair bit of backlash that he got there, but sort of when you slow it down a little bit and you break things down and you look at things, it's kind of, I'm glad that they're working from the standpoint of try and keep as much in and then slowly take things out, as opposed to the other way around. Because I think, Phil, once you remove everything, then the game can become stale a little bit quick. So I'm glad that they've gone down that route. I think it's a smarter route. I think it's a slightly more controversial route that will get a lot more feedback and engagement. But
right.
I always think it's the best way to go.
Yeah, you look at games that are the biggest right now. You look at Counter-Strike. You look at League of Legends. You look at Overwatch, and they keep in everything that the people are playing in quick play. People are playing in competitive. They keep in everything. There's no difference. So I do agree with you on that. I think it is the smartest way to get more viewers, to get more people involved, because there are a ton of people that just like to get on and play casually, and they're not involved with the competitive just yet.
Well, here we go then. Game number 1 is loaded in. You can see it. Both teams are ready. Alex, I'm going to give you the chance to pick the player to watch first up. Who do you want to go with, buddy?
All right. I always get this first shot right, so let's see if I can get it right tonight. Oh, man. Who is going to be on fire? I'm going to go with the only name that I can say correctly, Nova Alpha. Let's do it.
It's a smart play. It's a smart play to start things off. You didn't see. You've already started off strong. I fluffed up my first line. You went safe, and that's why I respect you. Let's go with your man then. Let's start with Nova Alpha and see what he's going to be doing. He's going to be running the Sorg, so expect him to get pretty up close and personal in a lot of these battles. You can see it looks like they're going to move towards that A site pretty early on.
Yeah, and this is, a rough side to hold down with a up-close SMG. Obviously, it's not ideal to want to get into a long-range battle, especially with the ICR. We all know about it, but he's playing these corners right. He's just getting a little bit of information here and there.
Oh, and that's where it is effective. You can see it there. A team kill does come in as well. So it's a 1v1 situation now. Let's watch some POV of Dangles. He does have that Maddox, so he's going to be set up long and short range with that high fire rate. And he's obviously got the bomb in hand as well, Alex. So he's the one who's got to make these plays.
Yeah, and this is smart rotation that he's taken right now. Obviously, it's going to be predictable, right? Like the player's going to know where he's going, but I mean, it's just the play that you have to make. It's the safest bet. You're not going to get engaged into a battle just yet by going mid or going to the nearest bomb plant. So going around the map like that was perfect, and now he's just going to play this plant as smart as possible.
Yeah, bomb is down. Gonna see. Gets a beautiful angle on that bomb site as well. Fantastic rotation there, coming in from Dangles, and that's a great finish on the kill as well. Nice and easy shots to get that, and that is going to be the first round going to him and his teammates with the specialist Ajax. Of course, we've said enough about him. Luckily, in this tournament, we aren't going to see the riot shield causing any problems.
And Dangles did a great thing. He made sure he put the bomb down on the corner that was farthest away from that, from the bomb site, so that the player was not protected while he's going for that disarm.
I'm not sure if he spotted out those two players there, but looks like the early push is coming in. I'm watching some Chabound here. He's got the Maddox in hand, as well as the bomb as well. His teammate's going to be taken down there, and Dangles again picking up that first kill, that time with the Maddox of his own. So it's a 1v2 situation now. You see he's trying to spot that player out on the hallway, but now he's going to be rotating towards that A site. Might be able to get the bomb down here, but it looks like he's going to be looking for that pick first up.
Yeah, and he got a little bit of information from his teammate there when his teammate died. He can kind of get an idea of where they're going, but the longer he lasts in this round and he sees no action, he's not going to get much of an idea of where they are. Just barely missed this one.
Yeah, unfortunately, he just got spotted. Didn't quite catch that player as he slid past the bomb site there, and that is going to be one round apiece. Just didn't quite get the eyes on that player on the bomb, and they just head glitching on the bomb there. Lovely little setup. Going to be Chabound taken out pretty comfortably there. And as I say, Alex, we are tied up at 1-1.
Neutralize the objectives.
And this is when you kind of want to decide like exactly what you're doing. Both the players are going to be communicating. They're going to be seeing what they're doing. I want to move on over to the other team. Let's see what Daddy Moo is doing over there. See if we can get a good idea of what their setup is like. They're pretty much standard here, watching both sides of the map. Now we can go back over to the offensive team. Let's go check out what Dangles is up to.
So a minute left on the clock yet. Plenty of time to work with, a minute 30 in the rounds, of course, here on Black Ops 4. Just working around the B bomb side at the moment. Neither team committing too much at the moment. Looks like his teammate Nova Alpha is actually trying to make some moves. He's going to be spotted out as well. He gets taken down by Nova Alpha, so that's going to be the first kill of the game. Leaving Dangles in a 2v1 situation now. Does have the Maddox in hand, so he might be able to win one of those battles at range.
Mission clock is running on fumes.
A couple of shots there might have just forced a couple of these players in the opposition to look away, and he's actually getting to pick up that now and make that 1v1. Gets the stim away as well, so now we're in a straight 1v1, but with just 15 seconds left on the clock, he needs to move in and get this bomb down.
A little side note is that Mumu, Daddy Mumu here, and Shabound took out our last week's champions, so these guys are nobody to mess around with.
Does manage to get the bomb down, but Daddy Mumu did a good job in choosing the right bomb site to check there. It's going to get a comfortable defuse on that one. That's going to be 2-1 there. Just maybe left it a little bit too tight as far as the clock was concerned to get that bomb down. And after making it a 1v1 situation, did everything he could, but that is going to be the second round going to the red team.
Last week's champions were Onyx, and they did a fantastic job. They really clutched it up when they needed to. But seeing how Daddy Mumu is performing right now, I'm seeing how, you know, they were able to lose that matchup because he is playing real well right now, making sure to clutch up those high-pressured situations, which is oh so important here in S&D.
Let's go on with Daddy Mumu at the start of this fourth round here. He's going to be the bomb carrier with the Sorg in hand as well.
Gosh, that gun. I've been having a tough time with it in the pubs recently.
Oh, manages to just about stay alive there. Hits the stim. Now he's going to have Nova, but the other player comes around the corner there, manages to take him down, leaving Jabal in a 2v1 situation, but quickly turns it into a 1v1. And with that ICR in hand, he knows that keeping this at range is going to be very much in his favor.
That's exactly what he was doing right there, and now he's trying not to engage too close. He basically is probably just going to play the kill here. We're going to wrap around, maybe get a good flank, and see if he can catch Mr. Nova off guard. He's checking all the corners. Very smart play right now. He's got plenty of time to do this. He just needs to take out Nova, and he'll win this round.
Yeah, bomb is down as well, so trying to put himself in a position to collect that. Manages to get the bomb now. He's going to move in towards that A site, and looking at the other side of things, you can see he's actually been spotted out here by Nova Alpha, so Nova Alpha should have a pretty comfortable kill on the bomb site. Does manage to get the shots away and does finish off the kill as well. So just about manages to get away with that one, but does peel him off of the bomb. And again, we're now tied up at 2-2.
Yeah, those are some solid corrections right there. Had he not, you know, there's a type of aiming in competitive first-person shooters that a lot of people will call lazy, where basically you just line it up and you let the auto aim take control and take care of all the work. But he was able to correct that little, you know, strafe that the player put on the heady, and he connected with the shot. Very good job by him.
Well, it looks like an aggressive push onto the B site here from Dangles at the start. He's going to probably get this bomb down pretty comfortably if there's no one's around this corner. So they're actually opting to maybe try and force an engagement before they do get that bomb down.
Sometimes the aggressive play does pay off. You know, you've got to keep the other team on their toes, especially in a game that's this close. You want to make sure that they know that you're confident and you're not going to back down.
You can see the setup doesn't actually spot Daddy Mumu there in the 2v1, and unfortunately for him, there was an opportunity to maybe turn that into a 1v1. A teammate was there to potentially pick up the trade pretty comfortably, but pretty comfortable round there, to be honest with you, Alex, and that's going to put them into a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, and I like that. The player was just standing still against the greenery, and I guess it was good enough camo because he did not spot him, although he had his reticle directly on him.
Let's follow the bomb carrier from the start of this round as well. I feel like this is a big round here for Jabud and Mumu. If they can give themselves a little bit of daylight between them and their opponents, and they do go for an early bomb plant here, so just to get it down, and that's going to be very important for them as far as holding down this A site with the Maddox in hand as well. And can see his teammates desperately trying to stay alive, and they both line up beautifully. Fantastic aggression on the bomb site early on there, and that is going to be that all-important round going to them 4-2 now.
You gotta wonder, the timing was so right. Had his teammate spotted them and then called them out and then made the move, waiting, you know, for that perfect synchronization of a team shot, you know, or did he just start to hear the shots, turn around, and it just looked that way if it was just lucky? But, you know, that's where communication really comes into play. You spot out a player, you don't shoot him right away, you wait until your teammate is able to help.
Then one more round here going to the Reds, and they will find themselves on map point, but it's going to be turned into a 1v1 situation now, so it's going to be Angles versus Chabal. Bomb is going to go down, though, so now it's going to be a straight 1v1 situation. The timing's not going to be on his side.
That's that Call of Duty timing that you hear about so much, is right when you check a corner and you look away from it, that's when the player comes out. He was running in that direction. He saw the exact line of sight that he needed, but he just immediately checked his right flank, and when he did, that player popped out. That was very unfortunate. That's the kind of luck that you need on your side sometimes if you want to be a successful Call of Duty player.
Yeah, it can be heartbreak for you. You think that you're checking all your angles, you're doing absolutely everything you can to ensure that you've got as much of that bomb site covered as you can, and then just as you know it, you look away for just a second, a blink of an eye, a player pops around that corner and just completely and utterly melts you, and that is going to be map point now.
Sometimes less is more.
So Sorg in hand here for Nova Alpha, as he's up against it with his teammate. Need to win 4 back-to-back rounds here. Being able to wrestle this one out. And they're already in a little bit of trouble here. Daddy Moon has managed to get that one down. On the B site, you can see Dangle's now moving in towards that B site. He's going to catch one player off guard here. So that gives them an advantage as far as manpower is concerned. Mumu now in a 1v2 situation. And manages to make it a 1v1 now. Let's go over to Mumu.
One tango left. Take him out.
Daddy Mumu. Show why you are the daddy. There you go. Big clutch.
Big clutch, and that is going to be a map point with the 1v2 from Mumu there. Great play coming in from him. Managed to just slide out of that door under the pre-aim of that player. That was the big kill for me. If you make it a 1v1 around this close quarters B site, then with a Sorg in hand, you're always going to have the opportunity. And again, player came round. Nova Alpha unfortunately chose to look left instead of right. Mumu made him pay for it. And that is going to be map point.
And now they have the obvious advantage in this series. But not only that, they have an advantage of knowing how the other team plays. And they've just looked so dominant on that map. Now, it does come into, you know, to say that certain maps will favor certain teams and certain play styles. You know, some teams are better with ARs, and wide open maps are going to be better and favor them a little bit more. But I think that Chabal and Daddy Mumu are going to go into this super confident. They know what to expect, and they're most likely going to take this. They were the team to take down last week's champions. So I think it's a pretty big bet. I'm going with a 2-0 victory for the Mumus. Daddy Mumu and Mommy Mudu Chabal. What about you, man?
I mean, it's the safest thing you could have said. They've taken down last week's champions. They've just convincingly won their first map. Alex, you're a risk taker, and that's why I love you. I mean, no, I'd have to agree with you. It was a dominating performance in that first map. And I always feel like you can ride momentum out of one map to the next. We're getting straight into the next map. Of course, we're going to be playing on Seaside now. And I get the feeling that Chabal's going to be feeling pretty good at the end of that one, and he's got the trusty Sorg in hand once again.
Okay. We'll do Chabal, see what he's up to. I have not unlocked that Sal yet, and I feel terrible for it. I really want one. Or two.
Get it in your hands, man. No, not two. Definitely not two. Don't be that guy.
I want to be that guy, man.
Let's start off with the bomb carry here. He's going to push him through Winery. Has the Sorg of his own in hand now. See, 2 players as well set up. This is going to be a fairly close quarter battle, so it looks like they are going to maybe push through. Might be behind enemy lines here. Spots out one player, manages to stay alive, but his teammate gets taken down by Mumu. And Mumu's having a big couple of moments here in this, and now we're going to have two players line up. Gets the stim away. Still has the sword in hand, but they both challenge him aggressively, and Mumu, again, takes out everyone. Takes out his teammate, takes out the opposition, but most importantly, he gets that round win there.
He has no mercy. He is taking out absolutely the entire map. He cannot miss. He's got an aimbot right now. Unfortunately, he didn't program it correctly. You got to make sure it doesn't shoot your teammate.
Let's go to Jabal now. Let's see if they can make it 2-0. Seems to be really starting to get aggressive now. When they do have this bomb in hand, when they are playing on the offensive side of things, and you can already see. Looking to push up on Winery. Both players you can see on the minimap here are going to be potentially forcing engagements or looking to force engagements. All about who can get that first blood, though.
I've been watching this map a lot lately on stream, and it seems to be this is the strategy a lot of people go to, especially when they're on host, is going in, dual SMGs, and just watching the bomb plant here at B.
Well, they managed to get the bomb down again. Not the first time we've seen them manage to get that bomb down pretty early in the round. 35 seconds left on the clock now. First engagement comes in. Mumu once again wins that one. Mumu having a great start here. He's coming in 3-0, but he gets tied up here. But Mumu again comes in with a Sorg, and I mean, in close quarters, if you get eyes on your opponent first up with that Sorg, you're going to win that battle, and Mumu is the player to watch at the moment. He seems to be just doing everything for his team.
He has got the war paint on. His character is ready to go. Using that greenery again, catches that character off guard, going to push in with his teammate at the exact time that he's getting the call out. That character, that player says, hey, he's weak, he's weak, he's weak. I have tagged him up. He's ready to go. Just move in and push him. And that's the kind of plays you got to make in a 2v2. There is no hesitation, no room for error. You just got to play aggressive and be confident in your shot and your ability, and definitely in your teammate making the right call.
2-0 lead to start this second map off then here on Seaside. Exactly how they would have wanted to start this one, especially after the clutch in the game number 1 of this series. Alpha manages to get the first kill though, so let's go over to Mumu, see if he can clutch up another 1v2 situation here.
He's getting all the love from you.
Quite rightly so as well, man. It's currently sat 4-0. If I ain't giving someone love when they're 4-0, I don't know when I can give him love. But he's actually going to be rotating now back into his spawn. Not sure if he has managed to spot out the bomb carrier at all. The bomb should be going down pretty soon on that B site, and now it's going to be difficult for him, even with the Sorg in hand. 2v1 on this close quarters. If he can maybe pick this bomb, he might have the opportunity. He does pick the bomb. They don't get the bomb down, and Mumu again is looking to cause all sorts of problems. Manages to make this a 1v1 situation now. 20 seconds left on the clock.
This man is like a ninja in the night. He is honestly everywhere, but as soon as I say that, Nova is the actual ninja. Comes up right as he wasn't expecting it. In the dead silence, the perk is not going to allow him to hear the footsteps. Nova comes in, takes him out. Very good play by Nova right there. Checks his corner. We were seeing it last week. Players were not checking their corners. I'm glad that we're starting to see a competition boost. We're starting to see a level of play that's being escalated. Our champions were taken out. Both of our finalists were taken out in this tournament, and we are watching the winners of that series face off right now. This is a very good matchup, pretty evenly matched, but Daddy Mumu, he is making things happen.
He is, and again, they're being aggressive on this B site, getting that bomb down nice and early. Now they're going to be looking to force engagement, and look at this, again, just pushing up nice and high on the map. He knows that the players have got to push past. They've got to try and engage on that bomb site. He's going to catch Nova off guard here. Great play from Mumu here. He's taking the fight to his opposition here.
God, that time to kill is so fast. He didn't miss a single bullet with that SOG, taking that player out immediately. Really using the corner well.
1v1 just like that. Dangles has some nice shots of his own. Mumu versus Dangles then. Buying so much time here though. Great play. Coming in from Mumu once again. Played the clock absolutely perfectly. Pop back in to check the bomb site at the last second. That's going to be 3-1. And Mumu again is playing some phenomenal Black Ops 4 here.
Yeah, and that's all you have to do is make those smart plays when you need to. knowing exactly what the right play is, when to make a big decision, when the pressure is on, making sure you don't think twice. Just go ahead and do it. Sometimes, even if it's a bad play, as long as you're making it with confidence, it'll work out.
Yeah, Mumu seems to be making a lot of confident plays, as you say, Alex, at the moment, and they are paying off for him and his teammate. So again, aggressive push on this B-bomb site now. It's going to be Nova Alpha and Dangles on offense. And you can almost see from the way I'm watching Dangles, man, the way that it's almost second-guessing himself a little bit around this B site. Looks like they're definitely on the back foot as far as this one's concerned.
That's what I'm noticing too, is that they're not really confident in their movement together. They're not roaming around the map shoulder to shoulder, a lot like Daddy Mumu and Chaboud have been doing so well. And now it's a 2v1 because of that. You've got to make sure that you're moving together. It's a team game. Getting those, two guns on one player is so vital, because this game is all about trades now with the healing. You've got to make sure that's happening.
Bomb is still in hand here. It's going to be taken down pretty much immediately here. Manages to actually... Joe, I thought just for a second he was going to manage to get away with his life, but Mumu with a sword manages to cut him down just as he was looking to get that bomb down. 4-1 now. That's a pretty difficult scenario to be coming back from in this, especially with the way that the red team are playing at the moment. And that's Hawks, I mean, it's just doing damage from all distances at the moment. Jumps out, finishes off the kill. Mumu.
Protect the objective.
I mean, he is 8-1 at the moment. Huge stat line coming in from him.
Mumu absolutely is beaming right now. Man is not missing a shot. He's playing super fast, getting up into the teammates' grill. That is not fun for them. They are really starting to look defeated.
Yeah, Dangles is going to be taking him down straight away. Mumu, with the bomb in hand, he's going to have another player. Somehow manages to stay alive. Comes back out, using the map as a jungle gym, and he's going to win the battle as well. What a way to end things there from Mumu. Finishes off map number 2 at 9-1. Sorry, we've still got another round. My bad. I got ahead of myself there, but still, absolutely melting things. Great movement here.
No, absolutely. All players really are on top of their game. Daddy Mumu just a step ahead, and he is really taking it to him. 5-1. Yeah, this is definitely not the game for Dangles and Nova. This is possibly the end of the tournament.
9-1. I mean, it's going to be difficult to win any kind of stat line. Looks like we might have had a slight connection issue there, but we have managed to get back into things here.
Look at this movement back and forth, bunny hopping from corner to corner.
Here's the player there. Manages to get away with his life again, and that's the important thing. Player comes out to try and trade. Teammate actually helps him out. I mean, if you're not killing the opposition, don't kill your teammates. Mumu actually finishes off now with a stat line of 10-1. Double-digit kills there for Mumu. And, I mean, Alex, do you reckon he's going to be a little bit disappointed that he managed to pick up the 1 death? He almost had some, almost had a clean sweep across the board there.
Did we just see play of the game a team kill in the final round of a game?
The white flag, if ever you needed to see one, wasn't it?
It
the game
really...
actually, giving the player of the game to the team kill. What else can we say, eh? What else can we say?
I'll say this. I've never seen that before. I've watched a lot of Call of Duty, and I have never seen that before. That is hilarious. Very unfortunate for Mr. Dangles. Sorry that had to happen, but some good games nonetheless. Daddy Mumu absolutely taking off. I love that little movement we saw at the end where he was going back and forth from the corner to the corner. He finally got information from his teammate. He immediately went in and baited himself out of that door. That player chased him, and it was perfect timing. They took the bait, and unfortunately he was team killed, but it was just a very high-level play. Good stuff from Daddy Mumu all around. He was just really doing everything possible. I don't know if he can keep that level of play for the grand finals. We are up for a hell of a show.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it was a big performance from Mumu. Great movement, great awareness. It wasn't just the shot, and was the decision making as well to turn the situations around. We have to remember that he clutched up as well on the end of that map number 1, and it will be him and his teammate, better known, of course, as the Moo Gang, moving into our grand final. Our second semi-final, though, Alex, is going to be coming up. It's going to be Season versus Espionage. So we're going to be having to look for some high-level play in that second semi-final. If anyone wants to be in positions to take down 2 players who do seem to be playing at the top of their game at the moment. So we're going to go for a quick break now. When we get back, of course, it will be our second semi-final, which is going to be Season versus Espionage. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, ladies and gents, to the Beyond Call of Duty Black Ops 4 S&D Tournament, powered by Team Beyond and ASTRO Gaming. My name is Onset, and I'm joined by the wonderful 90 Knight. And it's time for our second semi-final now, Alex. It's going to be Season taking on Espionage. But before we get into that, we just remind everyone at home, if you have just joined us on the broadcast today, obviously welcome along. A quick rundown of the format, how everything works. It's a single elimination bracket. You lose one series, you're out, and every series is a best of 3. Now, in this tournament, there's some slight changes to the rule set. Each round will be 1 minute 30 seconds. Each map is a best of 11, so first to 6 rounds will be the winner. And there are some restricted items such as shotguns, LMGs, launchers, specialist weapons, and perks. And also score streaks are disabled. So it's all about straight up gun skill, communication, and working together, Alex. Now, remind the good people at home, obviously it's completely free to enter, but exactly what these players are playing for.
We've got $500 for second place, but that's not what people are playing for. They want to take home the W. The big prize is going to be $1,000 for tonight's winner.
Yeah, $1,000 on the line here. Not too bad. Not too bad cheese for the players who are involved. And a reminder to everyone at the moment who is watching, who wants to get involved, well, these tournaments are completely free to enter. So if you want to improve your game, if you want to be in with a shot of winning some nice amount of cash on the side of things while playing some Black Ops 4, then get involved. Head over to teambeyond.net, get signed up for the competition, and make sure you get involved, Alex, because it's the best way to learn is to play against the best.
It has always worked for me throughout my entire career as an esports competitor. Playing against the top competition has always escalated me beyond, everybody else, no pun intended. But, my friends, everybody, they were just always astounded at, why are you getting so much better? It's because I would get into lobbies where I was getting my butt kicked. I just could not compete with a lot of the best players in the world for a while. And then I started getting better and better. And it all started with, doing things just like this, signing up to the Team Beyond tournament and playing against people that are this good. And, we have players now that are better than last week's tournament. The champions are out. The finalists from last week are out. Season took out one of the finalists, and last match we saw Moo Moo Gang. Moo Moo Gang was playing outstanding, and they took out our last week's champion.
Yeah, definitely put a marker down as far as taking home $1,000 is concerned. But as we say, we've got a second semi-final to decide exactly who they're going to be going up against in our grand final after this. And we'll be playing the same maps as our first semi-final. So game number 1 will be here on Hacienda. Game number 2 will be on Seaside. And if we need a game number 3, of course, we'll be going over to Gridlock. But Alex, as always, I'll leave it with you to pick who you want to watch first here.
It's going to be a tough one, but I'm going to go, obviously, with the offense. Team on offense is always what I want to stick with. Let's go with anybody on the blue team who that you feel fit.
It's got to be Wheeler. Let's go with the bomb carrier. We'll go with Wheeler starting off here. And his teammate God Fearless, and it looks like they're going to split pretty early on, but it's going to work out for them because Maddox has been effective for God Fearless there. He picks up the first kill of the game, and now the bomb is going to go down immediately on the B site, and they have a nice little post-plant position here. Let's go over to Pure Denial and see if he can make this a 1v1, but now he's been spotted out, and he's just being baited on that bomb site. Now the push comes in, and he gets taken down by God Fearless. So great push there. Great job of isolating that player. Fantastic first round there.
Yeah, he was able to tag that player up, but unfortunately was not able to get the final kill. And that's why the headshots are going to be so much more important in Black Ops 4. You want to make sure that you're getting headshots. You're taking out the other player as fast as possible. You don't want to allow them to heal up. In a 1v2, you definitely don't have that room for error. You want to make sure you're taking out both the players and clutching it up. So getting the body shots just is not going to be able to do it when they're that close to each other.
Little shoulder peek here coming in from Denial. Just to stay alive and play his life as well. His teammate Example's going to be taken down to very low health. Now he's going to be baiting out with his teammate, but it doesn't matter because God Fearless again comes in, but Example manages to get the trade on that one. Here comes Wheeler around the corner, but oh my word, the ICR are going to be far too strong for him there. Takes him down, and that is going to be things tied up at one apiece.
Yeah, I love what he did there. He trusted his teammate enough to take the fight. Unfortunately, he was not able to turn around fast enough to help, but that was okay. He kept his distance from that corner and was able to clutch up this kill. Fantastic job out of him.
Yeah, good shots, good solid shots across the board there to clean those two players up. So both rounds won by their respective teams there. On offense means that we are tied up at 1-1 here. ICR in hand here for Wheelay. He's going to be the bomb carrier as well. You can see Denial's at the bottom of those stairs there now, working closely with his teammates. Looking like they're trying to bait a player out into this top bulk area, but it's actually going to be kills not traded out there. Both players stay alive. All four players on the map here with 57 seconds left on the clock were alive, but just as I said, Denial playing nice and slow there. He's going to turn it into two. Beautiful little two-piece coming out from him. And that is going to give them a comfortable round win.
And that's what we love to see. Seeing those players under pressure, making sure they take out their opposition. Denial landing perfect shots right there, healing up, and getting those shots through the wall. That player tries to jump out and challenge, but it was a little bit too late. He should have taken the battle sooner.
So Denial, an example, they take that round to give themselves a little bit of a cushion here. They're going to be on offense once again now, so let's see Denial. He finished off that last one hot. Teammate is going to be taken down early, and they're getting aggressive on this bomb site here. That's a way to answer back after you lose the previous round in such a convincing way. They get aggressive on the bomb site. They get up close and personal, and that's going to be a comfortable round to answer back.
Wheelay doing a good job, and then Fearless taking the left flank, living up to his name, jumping out right in front of the player's reticle and out shooting him. Absolutely zero fear. Very good job out of both of those players, making sure that they remind them that they are competitors and that they can hang.
ICR and Sorg here for Wheelay is going to be set up for any position, but again, the first kill of the game goes into God Fearless. He seems to be picking up a lot of the first bloods here, making things very, very comfortable for him and his teammate.
Landing a headshot too, keeping that good accuracy, making sure to play a smart game here. They're both running together. They're not going to allow for any error here.
So it's going to be a Maddox. Almost manages to turn around and snap, to be fair to him, to nail there, but God Fearless is going to clean the round up there. 2 kills for him. He started off impressively here, Alex, in this first map.
Just jumping around corners, bunny hopping around. Finds a player that's doing a little sightseeing, it looked like. Players should not be watching the water, man. You've got a tournament to be playing.
So it is going to be God Fearless here, who's starting this one off hot. 6 and 2 for that young man at the start of this map. Let's see how Denial, an example, can answer back. His shot's going to be fired early on, but none are going to be connecting. Looking over his shoulder, example answers back and takes out the hot player out of the match here. So a kill like that, when the momentum is very much with a particular player who's heating up in a map, That's a really, really big kill and a really important stepping stone for these guys as far as getting things tied up here.
Yeah, and it seems to be the same old story. Whichever team is huddled up, shoulder to shoulder, running together, seems to always win that round. So I'd like to see next round Fearless staying a little bit closer to Wheelay, maybe letting the team take the bomb plant. Let's see if this can be a clutch.
Oh, beautiful shots to peel him off of that head glitch. Now there's another player above him in position though. Example in great position there to clean up that kill as Wheelay managed to get away. It was a fantastic challenge, had to take that fight. Managed to win it on the bomb site, but unfortunately for him, it wasn't enough. And the 1v2 was just a little bit too much of a tall order for him.
And a great call from his teammate, letting him know exactly where he was headed. You know, there wasn't a for sure thing, you know, it could have doubled back, but that's always a risky play. Sometimes you'll see top players do that because they know that that player is going to be checking the other exit to the room. But that was a play that worked out. Good job listening for his teammate, and now we're all tied up. This is a much closer game than match number 1.
Yeah, Wheelay tried to get aggressive there. Was spotted out pretty early by Deneo, an example. So now we're going to see a rotation coming in from the blue squad. You can see them moving back towards their own spawn. Looks like number 4 example is going to be looking over that A site. His teammates now rotating around to help him, and a little bit of a standoff situation here. You can see from the players. Maybe both of them looking for a little bit of information. Looking to maybe just shoulder peek and get a little bit of information, but of course up to God Fearless and Wheelay to make the plays here. Get that bomb down.
He did have a player in his sights for a second. It looks like he is probably going to get taken out right here as soon as that player can hear, but it looks like he might have heard something.
No. Wheelay managed to pick up the first kill there. That's important for him. The bomb is going to go down. If he can get away, this is going to be huge for them. You can see Deneo now in the 1v2. Does have the ICR in hand, but great post-plant position here from Wheelay. And God Fearless, they're covering all the angles. They know that Deneo's got to move into this A site, but oh, a beautiful little jump, but great job sliding away from danger and those bullets in the ACR there. And they're just toying with him right now. They're playing the clock beautifully. 20 seconds left here. They don't have to be over-aggressive. They can just play this clock and let those seconds wind down.
And that's exactly what they did. They did it very, very well. Not allowing that player to make any type of moves, but at the same time, they weren't taking any of the fights. And that's very important.
So vital to keep an eye on that game clock. Insert and destroy, of course. Make sure that you're not engaging in any battles that you need to. That you don't need to, excuse me. Make your opponent, especially in a 1v2 situation, have to make a big play. Don't give him anything. Don't give him an opportunity to get back into the round. Don't give him a chance to clutch up. And they did it very, very well. They're now 2 rounds away from taking this map number 1. Now they're on defense. Let's watch some Deneo, though. Let's see how he plays this one. He has the bomb in hand. And not only that, he's got that Maddox as well.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying earlier about less is more. Just pretty much covering one corner. Pretty much negating the entire side of a map. That allows your teammate to make more movement around. He can pretty much say in his head, okay, this is what he's looking at, so I know exactly where I need to.
Getting the mini-map now. Looks like might be a rotation around the map here. So now looking for a pick. Might have just spotted a couple players out there on the cross. Didn't actually spot those out.
This is it. Fight like you've got a pair.
He might have had a feeling.
Carry it down.
Well, they managed to get the first kill there onto Deneo. The bomb is down. It's going to be picked up momentarily there. Tries to clean up the kill here, example, but that player manages to slide away and avoid the battle. Going to leave it in the 2v1 situation. Now, example with the beautiful shots there with the Maddox to take him down.
Complete the mission.
And that's exactly why in a 2v1, you do not want to commit. You really want to make sure you're with your teammate all the way to make moves together, because that could have easily gone the other way.
Yeah, didn't manage to get that bomb down. He was looking for the second kill. I think he was expecting that player to be a little bit closer after picking up that first kill. Maybe his teammate was going to look for that trade. He was looking for the kill. So that's going to be map point now. 1 round here for God Fearless and Wheelay in order to take map number 1. Of course, it is a best of 3 here, so they'll only be one more map away from finding themselves in our grand final.
Playing this aggressive is definitely a smart move. Only when it gets later into the rounds do you ever want to slow it down, but making a confident decision here and getting up into the enemy team's face is probably a really good bet to make. It looks like Wheelay is checking the flanks. He's not going to find any, and his teammate going to take out one. So then it's 2v1. This is looking good for them.
Yeah, God Fearless managed to stay alive as well, so Danail's got it all to do. The bomb is going to go down. Danail in a 1v2 to keep the map alive. Put some shots down on Wheelie. Doesn't manage to get the kill, unfortunately. Somehow manages to stay alive. Gets the stim off. God Fearless manages to slide away, and this is just becoming more and more difficult for him as those seconds tick down. Has to look for a pick here. 20 seconds left on the clock. He's going to get an engagement around this corner, but no. It's a ring around the rosy. He's turned back. God Fearless doing a great job here and just buying so much time, but great movement again from Danail here. He's given himself a chance, but with the seconds just ticking down, he might have the chance, but no. Wheelay manages to close thing out here, and that is going to be map number 1 here, 6-3, going to God Fearless and Wheelay.
Wheelay playing that exceptionally well. He knew exactly what the name of the game was, and he made sure to execute perfectly. Awesome job by him. Gonna take map number 1 there. That was very good work. It looks like we might have some competitors here for our King Slayers over on the other side.
Yeah, you have to give some credit to Danail there. He did everything he could towards the end. Unfortunately for him, just didn't quite have enough seconds left on the clock in order to clutch up in that 1v2 situation. But fortunately for him, it means that his team are going to now have to win 2 back-to-back maps in order to find themselves in our grand final here, Alex. But now we're going to move over to Seaside once again for our map number 2, and going to be interesting to see if we're going to see that B push and those Sorgs being so aggressive once again.
Now, it's interesting to talk about what Fearless did in that final play of the game, is that there was no statistic that would pop up for that. That was a play that possibly won them that game, was delaying the time, making sure he stayed alive as long as possible, being a good distraction for his teammate to help bait him, you know, making sure that player didn't have extra time on the clock to be able to get the disarm. It was an exceptional job out of Fearless to use that corner of the fence. He did get the player weak. He was not able to win the fight, but that's okay. He was able to do what he needed to do, and there's no statistic for that. For the people that, you know, they just look at statistics, that's just not going to show up. Those are the big plays that you need to make at this level.
Well, I'm actually going to watch Fearless off the break here, because he was the one who was being aggressive. He was the one who was getting up in the faces of his teammates, has a sword in hand, and we are going to see a push on this B site. He's going to get the engagement, doesn't finish the kill though. Manages to catch Example off guard, and I'm glad that we did start with Fearless here, because he's living up to his name. Pushing in aggressively, manages to stay alive. He's doing a great job of just shoulder peeking. So much goes in for the challenge, but Danail manages to get the trade there.
Oh no. Very unfortunate play right there. Not putting down the bomb and going for the flank to clean up Danail here. But Danail did some ring around the rosy stuff, comes out and clutches it big time. Fantastic job out of him. He is really putting a lot of effort in.
Yeah, he did a great job there to turn that around. Maybe slight over-aggression coming in from the blue squad there. Had that man advantage. Maybe didn't need to push that kill. Maybe they just thought that they had him trapped and tried to pinch him, but timing slightly off on that push. Danail took advantage of that. Danail now manages to get the first blood here with that Maddox. And this is the kind of start you need on a second map, especially when you've lost that map number 1. You need to get out to a hot start, and Danail's going to get this bomb down here as well. Example picks up the kill in the meantime, so the bomb becomes useless. That is going to be the second round on the board now. Exactly the kind of start they wanted.
Yeah, this is really looking good. Starting to build some momentum in their game, getting their heads back into it, regaining, and you couldn't ask for anything better. I really liked what I saw. They were playing their advantage, exactly what the other team was not doing.
So let's see what Wheelay's doing at the start of this round. He's going to be the bomb carrier here for his squad. It looks like a little change up in strategy here. It looks like they've had enough of that B site for the moment. Things didn't seem to be going too well for them over at that B site. Sorg in hand for him. Going over to Fearless now. He's going to have that ICR. Looks like both Danail and Example. They're hovering around that B site again. Bomb is going to go down at A there by Wheelay. So he manages to get away as well. So that's important for these guys. But Danail again. He seems to be the hot hand right now for his team. Takes down God Fearless. Now we see Wheelay in the 1v2.
Right now, he's just making some smart moves. Checking his angle here. He definitely knows he can win this one if he plays it smart.
Do go for the defuse. Wheelay manages to make it a 1v2. Manages to get away as well.
Finish this.
He jumps down in front of him. Oh, and it's a big kill coming in from Danail. We talked about how he's been the hot hand in this, but he has, unfortunately, by picking up that kill, not left himself enough time. The bomb will detonate. And that is going to be the round going to them. Great plays coming in.
This is coming out of your end.
That's going to be 2-1 now. Very, very tight round between these two teams.
Yeah, that was a really good play. High IQ Call of Duty right there. Using that corner to not poke out all the way for the player getting the cover. And then coming back in at the very last second. He does not win the fight, but he does get the objective. Very good job by Wheelay.
So 2-1 then. First round on the board here for Fearless and Wheelay. With the Maddox in hand here for Danail. Looks like they're trying to go for a quick flank here, but Wheelay was aware to it. Check that just at the wrong time there, because Danail, again, hitting so many good shots, and it looks like they're pushing through here to the back of their opposition spawn. Danail is the bomb carrier, so now it's just a case of deciding what site they want to go to, where they want to rotate. Let's go over to Fearless, though. He's just camping in Winery at the moment with that Sorg, waiting for that information to come through, where that bomb's going to go down, and then he's going to make his move from there.
And this is a good bet. This is a good area for him to take advantage of the close quarters with that Sorg. Making sure he's doing what needs to be done. Basically just, holding down this bomb site.
Bomb active.
Making sure they're not at A. Ooh, that would have been a big kill. He needed that.
Yeah, that would have been huge, and unfortunately for him, just couldn't connect on enough bullets to pick up that kill and leave himself in a 1v1, but I wonder even if he would have managed to get that kill, if he could have stayed alive, because his opposition's teammate was in a great position there to trade out that kill, and this is a much more tightly contested map, in my opinion. First bloods, Alex, seem to be so vital, though. It seems like whoever's getting that first blood is managing to close out the round. 3-1 now, and it looks like we might have had a little bit of a DC issue. So we'll try and get that sorted as quickly as possible. But yeah.
It might have been a settings error, I'm thinking. There might have been something not set right, but we'll get that found out.
Oh, looks like we're straight back into this one. No, unfortunately we're not. We got some straight old Wild West shootout. full Red Dead Redemption.
Good old Mexican standoff.
We'll obviously try and let you guys know at home exactly what's going on as soon as we can, and we'll get this sorted as soon as we can. In the meantime, you get to watch some impressive team killing across the board. But it's interesting, Alex, how in the first map it was Fearless who was the player to watch, and now the momentum's changed a little bit. And you have to say that a lot of the big plays here are being made on the other side of things, and it is that man Danail who seems to be pulling out a lot of those big plays.
Yeah, and you gotta take in mind that certain players' habits will, start to catch on for a lot of people, and they'll say, okay, well, I know what this player's going to do. He's been doing this off the start for the past 2 or 3 rounds. He was doing this last game. Maybe he's going to try to take mid and then wrap around. You know, that's part of the game too, is trying to predict your enemy, knowing what they're going to do next. And maybe they're just catching on to what, you know, what Fearless was all about, you know, how he plays. And they're taking him out first. They're getting that first blood on him. Wheelay's not able to do much. I mean, he's been making some great decisions, but you know, Fearless isn't getting those picks like he was. So now maybe they need to adjust their play style. It's all about adapting at this level of the game in a tournament, making sure that you are playing, because there is big money on the line. $1,000 for first place.
Exactly. I was just about to say, these guys are playing for $1,000, $500 for second place as well. So making it through to the grand finals is the first aim, and obviously taking home that big prize pool is going to be the main aim of all of the teams that are involved here. Reminder to everyone who is watching at the moment, just while we get everything sorted in the as far as what exactly happened in that last game, and we'll get it continued as soon as we can, that these tournaments are completely free to enter. So make sure you head over to teambeyond.net and get involved with these tournaments. We're running them a couple of times a month, thanks to the guys over at Beyond and, of course, ASTRO Gaming, putting up this money, putting up these prize pools for you guys to compete for and get involved with. So it's a fantastic opportunity to play against some of the best, like we've said before, some of these very high-level S&D players, to learn a lot, and obviously being with a chance to win some of that money as well, Alex.
Yeah, it's not something you want to miss out on, especially if you are looking to up your game and get into the competition. This is going to be a big year for Call of Duty. Call of Duty 4, Black Ops 4, Treyarch has already promised and said that they are going to pour everything into the esports side. They're really dedicated to it. And man, I am super looking forward to the League play. I was a big fan of it in Black Ops 2, and I'm just ready to grind, man. I want to get on the sticks.
Yeah, same, man. As soon as League play or in-game GBs, I was enjoying those in World War II as well. A lot of hours went into that, and I just need something to grind, man. That's what I'm doing at the moment. Obviously, just sitting there every evening at the moment, just playing through every spare second I get. It's one of the most fun games I've played in a long time. I've got to say, it's a game that I'm happy to play for hours and hours and hours. So definitely done a great job with Black Ops 4. Looking forward to the esports side of things, obviously getting kicked off as well with the CWL, especially with the changes from 4v4 to 5v5, with a lot of the operator abilities being left in. It'd be interesting to see how that plays out. I think there's a lot of excitement ahead of this season of CWL, and it's going to be interesting to see exactly how things play off, and what new players, of course, are going to be coming through as well, because that's always something to keep an eye on as every single iteration of Call of Duty is launched. He's always got these new up-and-coming stars coming through, so it's going to be interesting to watch for sure. Speaking
of, obviously, there is a break in Halo right now for those of you that follow it, and there will be new names that are hopefully going to be stars in the Call of Duty. We don't know yet. There's only been a few. There's been Formal, obviously Crimsix, and Enable, and then also Kenny. Kenny dabbled a little bit in Halo, so those are the top guys from Halo. But now we've got a ton of guys that are going to be trying out what they've got, seeing if they can hang in Call of Duty. We've got the Splice team, one of the absolute most talented Halo rosters I've ever seen. Gonna try their shot at Call of Duty, so that'll be interesting. But also to say about this game is that the casual side of it is just so much more fun. I've played all the Call of Duties. I buy them all. I play them all. But something so much more special about this one. I really fell in love with Black Ops 2, but this one seems to be just like a really good predecessor. I've been playing the heck. I'm not ashamed to say it. I've been playing the heck out of some zombies, man. I've been putting a lot of time into blowing some zombies' heads off. It's Halloween. I've got to celebrate.
Yeah, dude, it's a lot of fun. That's what I was doing on when I was going a lot of other competitive titles, and just nice to switch off sometimes, isn't it? And just kill some dead people. It's exactly what you got to do sometimes. But sometimes you just got to get it done, man. You just got to get it done.
You got to keep things fresh, and obviously everybody knows how much of a success the Battle Royale has been. I've been playing the heck out of that. I can't get enough of that. I mean, it's amazing.
Dude, Blackout's so fun. So fun.
I mean, there's tiny little things that need to be fixed, but it's just so minute. I feel like it's very polished. And so far, I've been just having a great time playing with some old friends of mine, friends that I haven't played video games with in over 5 years, and that says a lot.
Well, still, just for the guys at home who are watching at the moment, wondering why you ain't seeing any gameplay, it's because we're just waiting on a ruling on exactly what's going on in our second semi-final. Reminder what happened in our first semi-final, though, for those who might have been watching. It was pretty much the Moo show, Alex. Moo Gang did manage to go through, and I think Moo ended up 10-1 in that second match that we saw on Seaside. So a big performance from him, and obviously, you know, they've got $500 already locked in, but they're going to be going for that first place. And I mean, the thing I love about the fact that when Call of Duty's just come out as well is that there's so many online tournaments for everyone to get involved with. You see players playing multiple online tournaments at once, and there's such a deep competitive player base that it means that all these tournaments can run alongside each other. You can literally get on in the morning, play wagers, play these 2v2 tournaments, play 4v4 tournaments, 3v3s, 5v5s. There's so many variants and money to be won. It's a real spoil of wealth, to be honest with you, for these guys to be able to just log on every day and just get grinding, man, and win some money.
Yeah, have something to look forward to. You know, they have you know, they get home from school, they're in middle school, high school, whatever, and they're like, hey guys, you want to get on tonight? There's another money tournament, there's wagers we can do. There's always something that can be done for the competitive side of Call of Duty. And you know, with my background in Halo, that's just something that we didn't really have. We didn't have that many tournaments online. I mean, if any, we would have like a game battles playoffs that was probably like once a month. And you know, it's gotten better over the years. Halo 5 has shown that, you know, we're able to get a lot more online tournaments, but nothing compared to what Call of Duty's at. Call of Duty is just, it's so massive, and it's just like every single day there's something new being announced, something going on. There's a lot to be had, a lot of fun. Make sure you guys are always checking up with Team Beyond, because Team Beyond's got a lot of big plans.
They certainly do, and it's always good to keep an eye on things. It looks like we might be going into a game 3 here in the series. We'll be tied up at 1-1. So hopefully we can get into this as soon as possible. Not sure on the ins and outs of things, but that's where we stand at the moment. So it's all on the line then, Alex. One map to shoot out.
That is what we like to hear. I'm sure the audience loves it. You know, it gets really hectic. I'm going to go with my boy Wheelay. I think Wheelay has been doing some good stuff. He's been making some intelligent moves around the map, making sure that he plays the best game possible. And I want to see if he can really be that guy with the clutch gene who comes in hot when he needs to the most, when there's big money to be made.
Yeah, of course. As you say, money on the line here. We are on Gridlock, of course, for our map number 3 here. So first time we're going to see that this evening. See how this one plays out.
Protect the objective.
You want to start off with your man Wheelay. He's going to be the bomb carrier here as well. So we'll give you your wishes, Alex.
Hey, I knew it. I mean, I just knew.
Sometimes you just got that feeling, right?
It's in my bones.
So Wheelay's going to get this bomb down pretty early here. Nice aggressive start from them. Bomb is down on the B site. Does manage to get taken down almost immediately, though. Fearless, though, in a position to trade out the kill. Now it's going to be a straight 1v1, and he doesn't manage to get that kill. Example turns on him, and he's going to get a comfortable defuse there. That was 2 players far too close to each other for comfort, and it was Example who came out on top.
Example running in right there, really making sure he was with his teammate, and he put the hot strafe on that player right there to take him out. Clutching it up, we see here he slides in, very big move, and corrects his aim to get that final kill shot. Fantastic work when it matters the most. This is for all the marbles.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
well, for money, that is $500 guaranteed.
Denial there. Tries to put some shots down onto God Fearless. God Fearless is now pushing up aggressively as well. You can see Wheelay's going to be involved in a battle. Wheelay's just trying to stay alive, and now Example should be taken out pretty comfortably here. Great positioning here by Fearless.
One hostile remains.
Just baiting this player out, using that slide. Now he's going to take the 1v1, and Wheelay, with some help from his teammate, is going to clean that kill up. You wanted to watch him. You said it was the player who was going to go off here. And that round number 2, Wheelay manages to get the kills, but you have to give his teammate a lot of credit there. Sorry, Fearless was the one that picked up the kills. As I was saying, you have to give credit to Wheelay there for the way that he was baiting out those players for his teammate to clean up those kills.
Yeah, and then Fearless immediately turned around and did the same for Wheelay. Fearless was mirroring the exact movements of that player to avoid him. I'm sure he wasn't doing it exactly on purpose, but he was definitely making it a very difficult battle and a fight that player did not want to take.
So then we got Wheelay with the bomb in hand now. Like another push towards this A site with Fearless. Looks like they're going to be able to get the bomb down. Planting for their side. Bomb does go down now. 44 seconds left on the clock now. Interesting to see what post-plant positions they take off here. Denial is going to spot out Fearless. Fearless manages to slide away again. Denial just looking to see if he can get a pick here. We're going to have to get aggressive and push these kills here because that clock is ticking down. Spots out Wheelay now. Wheelay manages to get away. Fearless just shoulder peek in that corner. Making things so difficult. So frustrating here, but big kills coming in at exactly the same time from both Example and Denial. They managed to get the kills. They're going to get a comfortable defuse here on that bomb. And that is going to put them up 2-1.
Denial and Example making it look so good. Those players were forcing them to make a move. They were able to hit their shots around the corner to be able to get those trades. I mean, that is a very important kill to grab right there. I mean, if that player got away, there's no telling what could have happened. He could have come up behind the other player while he was weak, finished him off, got away, was able to bait out the bomb a little bit more. So great job by both those players in clutching that round up.
Yes, one of those situations where the ability to stay patient and not get over aggressive there and antsy because you know you've got to try and get the defuse on that bomb. Waited for the perfect moment, hit his shots as well, importantly, to get that first kill, and his teammate picked up almost exactly the same time. So great job from them. So now then, this is a much slower round here from both these teams. Maybe Denial and Example expecting some aggressive play coming in from Fearless and Wheelay. It seems to be the go-to for those guys when they do find themselves in a bit of a sticky spot. Working around this A site now. Bomb is going to go down on this A site now. You can see Wheelay
Bomb active.
trying to find a position. Denial almost manages to get away, but Fearless with the manage manages to take him down. Example makes it a 1v1 though. Fearless versus Example. Example keeps his nerve. Takes down Fearless, and that is going to be the round going to him. 3-1 now. The 1v2. Exactly what him and his teammate would have wanted.
Example knows this game. He's played it before. He's been in this hot seat. He knows how to take the fight, and he was able to land those shots when he needed to. Fantastic work. Was not going to sprint towards that player. He didn't need to. There was no pressure on him. Making it happen.
Making it happen indeed. So they're now 3 rounds away from finding themselves in a grand final. Of course, a minimum of $500 better off. Wheelay is going to get this bomb down again. Good and aggressive on that B site. Gets the bomb down, Sorg in hand. So in close range battles, he's going to be in a great position to do things. Wheelay currently sat at 1-3 at the moment. Let's go over to Example though, because he seems to be the player who is a hot hand for his team. Currently sat at 4-1.
Great shots right here, getting together, but the flank comes in.
Wheelay manages to put that Sorg to use. Denial's going to be in a 1v2 now, but makes it a 1v1, takes down Fearless.
It's all on you.
11 seconds left on the clock. Denial is going to take him down. Has he got time for the defuse, though? That's the question. I don't think he has, unfortunately. And that is going to be the round. Unfortunately, with that exploding bomb, making things nice and tight here.
mission's not over.
Good
Go
lord,
again.
that player plays on a fast sensitivity. My gosh. That was an absolute tornado in that corner. We're going to see him landing his shots here with that nasty snap right there, getting that player, winning that 1v1. Not going to be able to get that bomb, though, but he does take out both players.
Yeah,
Danielle he's on a hot streak right now.
Defend the objectives.
It certainly is, and unfortunately just didn't have enough time to get that defused, as you say. But 3-2 now, just one round between these two teams, and it has been close between these two teams, as you would expect of a semi-final of a tournament. Looks like an aggressive push coming in on the B site there for Danielle, but the information is going to be relayed back to his teammate. Looks like Fearless and Wheeler are actually going to go potentially for a long flank here on the B site. Bomb in the hand of Danail. Bomb still in hand, though. A lot of time left on the clock here. We see the first engagement coming in. Example desperately tries to stay alive and does so. So still a 2v2 situation. Bomb still very much in the hands of Danail.
This team's season, Wheelay and Fearless. You got to remember they took out one of our finalists from last week. They have been really showing that they have the poise to take it to the absolute limit here. Trying to tie it up.
Danail still with this bomb in hand. Fearless manages to pick up the first kill. He gets absolutely snapped on, though, by Danail. Now he's going to get this bomb down. 16 seconds left. Going to move towards this B site, and this should be a comfortable plant here. Leaving him in a 1v1 situation. Let's see if Wheelay can clutch up for his team now and tie things up. Pokes around the corner. Danail was just to his left here. Spots him out. Manages to get the pick on him as well. Unfortunately for Danail, he looked right. He should have looked left. Wheelay with the Sorg is going to get the kill, and this should be a comfortable defuse here as that bomb is made safe. That one is going to mean the round goes to him and his team. A great clutch there from him.
Tying it up here in the middle of our match. Going into our round 7. Once again, Wheelay with a, I guess, you know, it was a good push, but it was just a really unlucky play from Danail. Not checking his corners, not making sure he had sights on different angles. Only zooming in on one area. Sometimes that's not the best bet, but it might have just been poor timing, like Call of Duty is known for.
Well, Danail manages to pick up the first kill there with the Maddox. Bomb's going to go down on A here, so Wheelay's going to have to clutch up here in this 1v1. Unfortunately, he can't, though. Danail comes in on the flank, and Danail is the hot hand here in this game number 3. Puts his team just 2 rounds away now from finding themselves in our grand finals. Great flank coming in there from him to take down the bomb carrier. Looks like Wheelay's just trying to get that plant away so he could at least have a little advantage, but unfortunately for him, he couldn't quite get that down in time, and he was made to pay.
Yeah, when the clock's running down like that, you've got to make a move. You've got to make a decision if you're going to play the objective or if you're going to get super aggressive and trying to take the 1v1. Usually the best bet is playing the objective, maybe, you know, playing the heady on the bomb site, turning around, using that to your advantage. You know, there's a lot of options for him, but the time was running out, so he had to make something happen. This game is super, super close. These teams are way more even than what we saw in the last match. These players are side by side.
Wheeler's going to run into his reticle here. Danail desperately tries to stay alive and manages to do so. It's a 1v1 now. Fearless
You're on your own. Bring this home.
is going to be going up against Example.
Take him out.
Sorry, against Danail, apologies. Bomb in hand for Danail here.
This is it.
And this one nice and slow. His teammate did call out, obviously, the where he went down. Maddox in hand here. I've heard Fearless there. Unfortunately, misses a load of shots. Had the chance to win the round there. Is that going to come back to bite him here? He's going for this plant.
Watching the timer. That was the move he needed to make. Very good decision out of him. Now he's going to get a little bit of space in between him and the other player. That player's playing the heady on the site. Now he's going to get aggressive.
Danail has some wobbly shots here. Finally hits the shots he needs to do. The important ones are hit when they needed to be hit. Fearless gets taken down. Much better up close than at medium to long range, it looks like. But the most important thing, Alex, is it doesn't matter what shots you hit. It's the important ones when it matters.
You would say that. Somebody that is so known for tornadoing. But hey, as long as you hit that final headshot, it doesn't matter.
Known for missing the majority of the shots, but not the ones that matter. I'll take that, Alex. Thanks, then. Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. Well, they're now just one round away. Example in Danail after the big win from Danail in the 1v1 situation from finding themselves in our grand final. Aggressive play coming in here, though. Get the bomb down at B. Has the Sorg in hand here, Wheelay, as well. Fearless has managed to push through to the back of the spawn as well. Full flank is coming in on the mini-map here, so we're in a pretty good spot here with that Sorg in hand to potentially make a play to get around on the board here. Example is going to push past him. Example gets absolutely melted by the Sorg, but Danail with the Maddox manages to pick up the kill. Now he's going for the defuse. Is Wheelay in position to stop this? Yes, he is. Checks the bomb just at the right time. And, ooh, I mean, Fearless manages to keep his team in it in the 1v1. 5-4 now. There's still life in these guys.
Yeah, the intelligent play is really coming out of both sides of these teams. You know, we've seen some clutch 1v1 battles, but this might go to a round 11. If Wheelay and Fearless can make this happen, this will be exciting. This is game number 3 of our second match of the night. This is looking great. I really want this round 11.
Yeah, it's the C1. It'd be a great way to finish the second semi-final. Bomb in hand here for Danail. And his teammate Example just need this round to find themselves in our grand final, as we previously mentioned. Playing this one nice and slow. Looks like 2 players on the A site here for the blue squad. Wheelay's going to come around the corner just to stay alive. Hits the stim. Trying to bait out Danail here, but Danail is having absolutely none of it. Playing this one so patient. Here comes his teammate Example now. Looks like they are going to make a move into this A site. Rotations come in from the opposition towards the B site now. That's going to be a free plant here on the A site.
Bomb online.
Now can Wheelay and Fearless make this count? It's now a 1v2. Fearless has got it all to do after the big kill coming in from his teammate. Example on the head glitch. Going to be absolutely no health whatsoever. Here comes Danail. Danail finishes it off. And that is going to be the game going to Danail and his teammate. A huge play towards the end. They played that 2v1 situation absolutely perfectly. Example and Danail are going to find themselves in our grand final.
Yeah, they were not letting anything happen that time around. They made sure that they knew exactly what they were going to do, and they stuck to it. They stuck to the plan. You know, sometimes when you're playing in a heated moment, things get lost in translation. You get some miscommunication going on. People start to hesitate, or they start to make plays that are a little too aggressive. But it seemed like everybody was really on top of what they needed to do that game. It just went into the favor of Danail and Example. But Fearless and, you know, they played a good game. Fearless played an exceptional game. Wheelay was doing great. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to those final moments and who is going to make sure to have the ice in their veins. The ice was on the side of Danail. Man was just on fire. He took that momentum all the way into the final game. This is a single elimination tournament, so this is our finals, man. We are in the grand finals.
Yeah, we are indeed. And Danail, I mean, the man seems to play on 1,000 sensitivity or something at the moment, but he's making it work when he needs to. I mean, the speed of which he's spinning around and hitting these shots is damn impressive, to be honest with you. And as you say, Alex, ice in his veins when it mattered as well, and clutched up when it mattered. Of course, that was our second semi-final. They will be taking on the combination of Mumu and Jabald in our grand finals. Reminded everyone who might just be joining us as well, it will again be a best of 3, and Both these teams guaranteed at least $500 now. It will be $1,000 going into first place, unfortunately. So you can double your money with a nice win here. After seeing this second semi-final, Alex, is your money still where it was previously?
Oh, yeah. I've got to say that Moo was looking strong. I didn't see any type of chinks in his armor, but hey, maybe Danail will bring all this heat that we just saw into the final matchup and prove me wrong. I don't know, man. Where's your faith lie?
Dude, I gotta go with Moo. If he's playing anything like he was in that first semi-final, then it's going to be definitely interesting to watch. But Danail, an example, showed that they can certainly give them a run for their money. But we're going to go for a very, very quick break. But when we get back, of course, we will have our grand finals. $1,000 on the line in 2v2 S&D. Thank you all for watching so far. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gents, to the Beyond Call of Duty Black Ops 4 S&D 2v2 tournament, powered, of course, by Team Beyond and Astro Gaming. On set night night, bringing you the action here, and it's time for our grand finals. Alex, $1,000 on the line, of course. Both these teams guaranteed $500 now, and the grand finals, of course, is going to be between a Mumu gang, which is Mumu and Chabout, and Espionage, which is Example and Denial. Now, a quick giveaway as well for everyone who's watching at the moment, and thank you to everyone who is tuning in at the moment. We'll be giving away a copy of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 to someone in the chat, so make sure you're active in the chat and use that. I think it's the command is !giveaway to be entered with a chance of entering that competition and getting your hands on Black Ops 4 if you don't already have it. So fantastic little giveaway, Alex, for everyone that's watching. And, you know, we're always glad to have everyone on board watching the 2v2 tournaments. And, yeah, get yourself your hands on Black Ops 4 if you don't already have it, or give it to your friends.
The winner of last week's was actually so excited. He'd never won anything before. He was like, wow, this is the first time I've ever won anything. So it's good. You never know. Even if you've got the worst luck in the world, you have a chance at winning it. So make sure you stay tuned till the end. But this is it. Grand finals. All the money's on the line. Who do you want to go with? I'm going to give it to you. Who do you want to start this one off with?
I'm not sure, actually. I'm going to wait and see. I think I'm going to start off with whoever's carrying the bomb, to be honest, at the start of this one. I think Mumu is definitely going to be the player to watch for Mumu Gang, and I think that Denial is going to be the player to watch for Espionage. So keep an eye on those two players, how they start off this. But of course, we're going to be starting off our grand finals on a firing range. New maps for the grand final. We're going to start this one off with Chabout, actually, because he's the one who's picked up that bomb.
Yeah, we did not get to watch this last week. I'm excited. This is one of my favorite maps that they have brought back for Black Ops 4. So this is going to be nice. I like to see the strategies unfold here, see where the meta goes. We've got Chabout playing it safe here, getting those nice long distances, checking the corners. Gonna make sure he's playing it smart. Excellent shots out of Mumu.
Yeah, Mumu somehow manages to keep his life as well. Actually managed to get the stim as well, and he should potentially pick up this second kill. Somehow Example's staying alive, and somehow Example managed to get the kill, but Chabout was in position to get the trade, got to his teammate Mumu nice and quickly. Again, it was that man Mumu at the start of this grand final who was the one who was the spark to make things happen for his team.
Mumu should not have lasted that long. And because he was able to do so, Chabout had all the time in the world to catch up to him and to help him out to secure that trade. Chabout could have been stuck in a 1v1 battle had he not lasted that long. Great work out of Mumu to be able to pull that one off. I'm sorry, Denial, making sure that he stayed alive. But Mumu going to get the first blood.
Yeah, once again, Mumu with the first blood. I'm watching some Denial now. He's the bomb carrier, playing this one slow. You don't want to be too situation after his teammate Example was taken down. Does have the medics in hand, though. Wouldn't be surprised to see Mumu maybe make a move, but they know they can just hold the map at the moment. It's up to Denial to make the moves. Going to be moving towards that A site. He can get the bomb down here. Might have an opportunity to clutch up. The way these two have been playing, Mumu and Chabout, it's first bloods are going to be so vital in this grand final, Alex.
First bloods, trades, making sure that you are managing to get headshots when you can. All those come into effect here, but also playing your life right there. Might have not been the best because of how effective that heady is there at the Jeep. We've got a 2-0 lead, and they are looking really comfortable right now. Mr. Daddy Mumu going to take the play of the game.
You're going to talk about Mumu again? I mean, it seems like he's writing his own stories at the moment. That Sorg just, as I say, that head glitch on the Jeep is so devastating, but the Sorg absolutely doing damage there as well. At that medium range, and it's 2-0. Great start again, and Mumu's the man. 3-1 at the moment. Denial yet to get on the board. Bomb going to be going down immediately at the B site here for Mumu, so making sure they're pressing their advantages here. Does spot a player out as well, but oh, it's Example with the ICR that's going to get that first kill there. Traded out almost immediately with an ICR of his own by Chabout. Now it's a 1v1 on that B site. Oh, Example wins it as well. So that's a little bit of a confidence boost. Example with the clutch. He's going to get the defuse now. First round on the board here for him.
finally, the Daddy Moo show has been shut down. Daddy Moo is not on his run anymore. He was on a run in the first match that we were watching. The first 2 rounds of this one, he was looking hot, and now it's finally been shut down. This is the opportunity that they need. Example, to get into this one, make sure that he is going to do some big things. Really play with ice in your veins. You need to make sure you just go, oh my god, he held forward. Moo getting a little too confident. Yeah, a little too confident there. And Example and Danielle certainly made him pay. Example going to be taken down here. Not sure if he can get away. It's a 1v1 on the bottom side. Jabal comes up big. Absolutely melts Danielle off. Who cares what Moo was playing? It's Jabal's time to shine. And he clutches up a big 2v1. Yeah, Chabad, what just got into you, man? 2v1, really just snapped it as fast as he could towards the heady at the site and was able to land every single shot. Those are the huge plays that win the most money. Big play, and oh, just snaps onto his head towards the end of that. You can see it on the replay. Big plays, big money plays, as you say, Alex. And that kind of round at 3-1, it's not only the fact that it's now a 3-1, it's the momentum, it's the sucker punch almost when you lose a round like that, when you've got everything going your way. Tough one to take. You had the man advantage, you had the positioning on the final player, you even got him down to basically 0 health. And that is a very tough one. 3-1 lead here. They are looking hot. They're starting to build some momentum here. They looked fabulous in the first match of the night that we saw, and now we're starting to see some more good plays happen. Moo, I think he finally got a little bit humbled there. Yeah, I didn't hold forward quite as aggressively that one. Managed to get bombed down early, though, at B, so we set up in a nice post-plant position here as well with the Maddox in hand. Moving over to watch some Example now to see if he can pick off Jabal. Did spot that player. Moo again, though, gets the kill on Danielle. Now Jabal's just going to be biding his time. You can see Moo moving around on the flank. Moo comes back in with the Maddox, cleans up that kill, and he had a quiet round last time. His teammate had to do the work, but Moo's back on board now. 4-1, a great start here for Jabal to Moo. Danielle just doing some nasty things in last match, but I think he has finally met his match in the grand finals. Moo just doing some dirty work here, winning his 1v1 battles, and basically just a tank. And when those players run around the corner and they see Moo, they know they're in for a hard time. So then, what have you got to now? Example, can you bring this one back? Of course, it is a best of 3, so firing range doesn't go their way. They've got 2 more chances, but Moo again. He's called Daddy Moo for a reason, and that's exactly why. Sorg in hand this time. The B bomb site is Moo's bomb site. 5-1. This is a statement coming in here from Daddy Moo and his teammate here. But I hate to harp on about it, but it really has been the Moo show so far. Oh, great work right there. Jumping back after he got beat down. Making sure that he had the advantage with the pre-aim, landing the shots, took his time, was not getting like, you know, overly aggressive or anything like that. He knew exactly what to do. He's really been playing outstanding. His mechanics have been flawless. His shot from so far, I can tell, is almost perfect. A lot of the times where he is faced in a long-range battle, he's always on a heady. He's always got good positioning. Unfortunately, he gets taken out right there, leaving Jabal. I'm sorry, yeah, Jabal in a 1v1 face-off here. Huge battle. Yeah, ICR just peeling. Example to turn this into a 1v1. Danielle smartly backs down from that one. He's just seen what happened to his teammate. He got eliminated, but Danielle comes back out to win the battle when he's going to get the defuse there. So just as things were looking bad, he manages to clutch up. 5-2 now, and that was a vital round. I mean, it's been all Chabad and Moo in this first game, and that could be the momentum swing they were looking for. And you gotta say it. You have to say it. The cojones on this man to just double back like this. He ran all the way to the right so that his name just disappeared. The player wasn't aware that he was going to double back as fast as he did. Then he made sure to run out and make the play he needed to. That was fabulous work out of Danail. Big plays happening out of both sides.
Danail manages to just about stay alive here. He's going to be pushed by Mumu though, but gets taken down. Example and Danail working together beautifully to create the 2v1 situation. Have spotted this last player as well. So with the bomb in hand here, Danail moving towards that A site. Now doubles back towards his teammate. Chabald, well spotted out there. Get some hit ticks. Slides past. Chabald, all sorts of problems here. Chabald with the big challenge. Had to try and force that kill, but Danail starting to heat up now as Mumu show at the start of this one, but Danail is dragging his team back into this one. Now they're just down by a couple of rounds.
Watching what Example did right here. Get a nice team shot right there with his teammate. That's something that you always want to have, especially at the highest level of Call of Duty. You basically always want to be having your sights, be on the same page with your partner, be communicating. That's where communication comes into play. The communication is so important in 2v2s. There's only 4 players on the map, so you have really got to be saying everything that's happening on your screen, making sure your teammate knows your exact movements, what your plan is.
Well, Mumu has managed to spot out these players. Danail, though, with the better shots there. Now it's down to Chabald again to try and clutch up this 2v1 situation. Has the ICR. Bomb is down, though, so he's going to make some rotations around to try and get some eyes on that. Player's going to be above him as well. Great positioning here from Danail, and Example. Danail forces the battle as well. Hits the perfect headshot on Chabald to take him down. And just like that, when you thought things were running away, 5-4. Now just 1 round between the two teams.
Daddy Mumu, don't let it happen to you, man. Like, you're on such a run. Now it's looking bleak for you, pal. There's just a Danail that is starting to catch fire, going Super Saiyan. He is hot. He pulled off an incredible 1v1 win. Look at that tracking through the wall. Oh my Mumu.
Doesn't get a kill though, and Example's the player who's actually been stepping up on the other side of things. 7 and 6 now. Danail sat at 4 and 6, but those 4 kills have been vital to him. Mumu's slowed down a little bit. 7 and 6 now. It's going to be Danail with the bomb in hand. Could tie this one up here in round number 10. Big round as far as this grand final is concerned. $1,000 on the line, of course, to the winner. But Danail, he's going to be watching the flank. And it looks like that flank is going to be coming in, actually, from the 2 players. Looking their way all the way around the map here, Mumu.
Checking the mini-map there. You know exactly where the movement is going to be coming from. See the timing.
Bomb goes down. Danail versus Mumu here. Mumu not showing. Mumu now going to be spotted out. And oh, Chabald comes in. Great peek there to get the damage down. Mumu going to be taken down. Big 1v1 now. And Chabald is the player who is going to win it, stopping all the momentum. He's going to get the defuse here on the bomb. That is going to be the first map going to Mumu and Chabald. Big wins and such a tense round there to win that one, Alex.
Those final moments were so close. Everything was just built up to that one moment when they made that push in there, and Chabald was the one to be able to take it. Look at this ice. Just ice.
Great stuff there from both teams here, and this is going to be an exciting grand final. I thought that one was over after the first sort of 4 or 5 rounds. It looked like they were running away with it, but a great comeback there to send it into round number 10, but they clutched up when it mattered. Mumu and Chabald both coming up big. But Example and Danail, I mean, they're showing that this grand final is definitely going to be one to keep an eye on. A reminder to everyone that we are going to be giving away a copy of Black Ops 4 to someone in the chat as well. So make sure that you're active in the chat. We'll just give you some details on how to enter that one as well as soon as possible. But Into map number 2 now, Alex, and we're going over to frequency. First time we're going to see this evening. And I mean, after map number 1, I mean, I just want to get straight into this one.
Yeah, this is really big, really, really big. I mean, this is the comeback game. This is a best of 3. This could be the end of the tournament. They've got to regain. They've got to get themselves back into this one. They almost did it in map number 1. They were so close to being able to clutch up that final round and take it all the way. But, you know, this game number 2 obviously could be it for them. When you're facing the end of a tournament, when you're at the very end, you get a certain feeling. It's almost like a drop. I don't want to say it's like fear, but it's an extra excitement. You've got that adrenaline going, and you start to get that extra energy. So if these players can really pull that up from the depths of who they are and just show that they are willing to make it happen, win this $1,000. Let's see a show, man. Come on. Let's see some craziness.
We're getting it so far. And a reminder to everyone in the chat at the moment, as we are loading into our map number 2, in the chat, put ! giveaway, and you'll be in with a chance of winning a copy of Black Ops 4. So make sure you do that. Again, completely free to enter that. Why wouldn't you? All you got to do, ! giveaway in the chat. But now we're into our map number 2. And so now an example, are down by 1 map now. Mumu and Chabal just 1 map away from being $1,000 better off.
It looks like Danail picked the right side. He immediately got some tags out there, but he backed off as soon as he found out the information that he needed to. He's going to play this one real smart. He's going to try to get back over here. He does get away with his life. Oh my.
For him, is not going to be enough. Mumu comes up big when it matters as well in the 1v1. He gets the kill. Mumu's going to get the kill cam as well to close this one out. 2 kills on the board for Mumu again. We talked about how effective he's been in close quarters with that Sorg. How impactful he's been as far as first bloods have been concerned in this tournament as well. And once again, he's doing it, starting off hot here with 2 kills on the board.
Yeah, and that play, you've got to say, was a lot about his movement. His movement is just, well, as soon as I say that, the man's an acrobat. He's just running alongside death there. Just jumping over gaps. Really, that movement and that, you know, no hesitation whatsoever, making that decision, sticking to it. You know, obviously you can talk all day about player shots, but when it comes down to it, Call of Duty very much is about movement. What we've seen in, you know, the past few titles with the advanced movement, it's really been huge. But now we're going back to the basics, and still very much with the sliding and the clambering. It's a big deal.
Well, it's going to be things tied up. 1-1, solid performance in that second round here from Danail. An example. Exactly how they would have wanted to answer back there. And again, it's getting that first blood, which has been the key to victory here. Not too many 1v2 clutches we've seen so far. Has been a few, though, when it's mattered. So now Chibalda and Mumu are going to be on offense. It looks like they're going for a quick plant towards the A here, flying into this A site. Actually going to cut back through mid here. Looks like they're going to slide things down just a little bit. Chibalda's going to be the bomb carrier. He's got the Sorg in hand. Now they're going to move towards the A site, actually. They are going to get this plant away. Mumu's going to be in a position to watch over his shoulder as well.
The bomb has been planted.
Moving it over to Danail now. He's actually just got the flank on example as well. He's just seen him move. I believe they have the flank on Mumu and Chabald. Both players actually going to be lining up to fight back for control of this A site. Going for the quick defuse here. Actually peeks that one, comes back out, and Danail absolutely melts Chabald to create the 2v1 situation. Should be a comfortable round here. Danail goes big. Example was taken down, but it was just enough time for him to move in and finish off that kill, get the trade and the defuse. Just like that, it's 2-1.
I love what we saw right there. That was perfect teamwork coming out of Danail. And he just moved in. He baited out that player with the sound of the bomb. He just did it for a second, and then that's when the player moved in, and he took him out, and he immediately listened to his teammate, jumped out, and landed that headshot.
Big plays when it matters from Danail.
Protect the objectives.
Gives them a 2-1 lead now. Of course, they are down by 1 map after Mumu and Jabal took firing range. Now we're going to watch this one from the point of view of Example, actually. I want to see what he's doing because he's been able to get some impactful kills. Hasn't been a lot of first bloods, but a lot of impactful kills. The bomb is going to be going down. Danail's going to get that one down.
Hold your positions.
On the B site. Looks for the flank here. Mumu versus Danail. Sorry, Example. And Example gets taken down.
You know what to do.
Going to watch some Mumu now because he's been making the plays that have mattered. Danail's going to be in front of him. Danail now gets that kill. 1v1 situation now. Going to be Chabald versus Danail. Danail somehow manages to stay alive. Comes back out and peeks it and does so successfully. Chabald gets taken down by Danail. An audacious peek back onto the into the battle there, and a 3-1 round score now. Big plays coming in when they matter.
And that is the second time that we've seen Danail be able to clutch up a 1v1 like that, and that's really going to turn things around, really going to bring the momentum in the favor of his team. That's what almost brought them back last game. So big one-on-one win there from Danail.
Mumu is going to be the bomb carrier here. Him and his teammate are down by 2 rounds. Mumu getting aggressive though, pushing straight through the middle of the map. Danail gets taken down. Sorry, Example gets taken down. Too much Call of Duty going on at the moment. Moving out. Moving in on the B site. Gonna get this bomb down. And his teammate in a 2v1 situation. Let's see if Danail
Hold your positions.
can pick up these kills. Right, spot Chabald here. They're gonna double peek it. Mumu gets taken down. Great play though. Mumu and his teammate with a double peek at the same time to make sure that they got that kill. They managed to clean it out. 3-2 now. An important round there. Going to the blue squad.
All 4 of these players are capable of making high pressure decisions. I mean, they know exactly what this game is. 2v2 S&D. That is what you got to be all about. When you want to take the most money, when you want to take first place, you've got to be able to clutch up. You've got to have that ice. And so far, we've been seeing it out of everybody. One more round, and this will be tied up. Tagging that player up, almost taking him out. His health went all the way down. That player's going to run away. He's going to wrap around and try to catch up to his teammate.
Danail's going to be caught out by Mumu here. Mumu, again, getting aggressive with that sword.
Finish this.
Example trying to chase him down, but again, Mumu just manages to get out there. Now he's going to manage to get back towards his teammate. You can see them both working together. Bomb is down as well, so Example in a tight situation here.
Example Nuke taking that fight with Mumu's SOG is just not ideal, especially with the numbers disadvantage. He's making a smart play here. He's doing the best he can with the time he is allowed. He's going to try to make something happen. Better than nothing. He's trying to check all of his corners here, seeing if they were baiting it, but he was able to slip out.
Should have enough time here to get this bomb down. Actually tries to bait out Mumu, and that is going to make things a little bit more difficult. Mumu's going to come around this corner and have an easy cleanup as he's trying to get that bomb down. Mumu playing that one perfectly as well, using the clock. Now we are tied up at 3-3, ladies and gentlemen. Couple of rounds on the board here, back to back.
Yeah, let's make sure we stay on board with Mumu. I have a big feeling that he's going to be the closer here. He's going to end this one in style. So far, he has not let us down. His movement has just been outstanding. His shot has been on point. I want to see if he can help win this game with his teammate Chabald here. Chabald's been making some clutch plays. They're going to be moving together here at the bomb site, and there's going to be a fight here in the mid.
See on the minimap now. Danail's the player holding down mid. Rotation now coming out. Towards the B side, and it's going to be Danail who picks up the kill, but great shots from Chabal with that Maddox to make it a 1v1 situation. Chabal versus Example. Chabal with the bomb in hand as well. Going to move towards his A site.
I like what he's doing right now. He's going...
Oh, no!
Oh,
I like what he was doing up to that point.
Yeah, not missing shots. I didn't like that part. But I did like the play overall, had he connected with that kill. But, yeah, that was just very unfortunate. You can't let that happen. He should have not taken that fight. Should have not continued to challenge it. I think as soon as that player turned and started to shoot him, he should have just backed down. He might have got a little too greedy there. He wanted to be the hero. You know, as soon as he noticed that that player was far enough away that he could back up and plant that bomb, he should have taken it.
So 4-3 now. Danail and Example a couple of rounds away from tying up a grand final and sending it to a third and final deciding map. Bomb goes down pretty much immediately here. Danail managed to get it down. Almost managed to turn on Mumu, but Mumu comes in, cleans up the kill. Mumu versus Example. Example in a great place there to... A great position, excuse me, to make sure he can trade out that kill. Stays alive as well. Chabal's going to push him. Example's going to melt him, and Chabal gets taken down, and now they're just one round away from sending it to a game number 3 here. Danail and Example doing everything they can to elongate this and send it to that map number 3.
Mumu doing a good job there, getting that first blood, but he just was not able. There was a good trade. That's exactly why trades are so important in Black Ops 4. Don't want to let players get away. You've got to use teamwork, be aware at all times, know when your teammate's in trouble. Mumu going straight through mid here, really playing risky. That's what I like to see. We've got the first blood up. We've got the numbers advantage in the favor of Mumu. That is a good sign here if we are wanting to see a round 11. Example, it's all up to him to close this one out. If he wants to clutch up here, that would be amazing.
Bomb goes down at A then. On board with Example. See if he can clutch up this 1v2 situation. If he does, of course, that means we do go to that map number 3. Mumu and Chabal, though. Perfect start for them. Checks his corner. Mumu's there, and Mumu wins the battle with that sword up close and personal.
Good job, Black Ops. Do it again and we get to go home.
5-4 now. Still on map point here, but palms are starting to get a little bit sweaty here, Alex. I'd imagine one thing you want to be doing when you have this opportunity to send it to that game number 3, you cannot choke these rounds. You need to close this one out and get that reset.
Mommy Mumu, where is your spaghetti? We need to see some big plays here come out of these players. We want to make sure that they end the tournament strong.
Mumu! It's traded out immediately, though. Bomb is going to be in the hands of Example. Example versus Chabal. 1v1. If Example wins this one, we will go to that map 3. If Chabal wins it, we're going to a round number 11. Chabal going to be spotted out here. And just a slide away. Both players with Maddoxes in hand.
Example.
Through mid.
Example doing a good job right there, making sure he's looking all around, checking the information on the middle of the map. And then he's going to get out of dodge as soon as possible. Checks the heady.
Oh, Example wins it!
He took that fight. He took that fight.
Balls of steel.
Oh, you love to see it right there. Those are the risks you've got to take if you want to win tournaments. Got to risk it to get the biscuit.
So it's going to be an Example and Danail who managed to take our map number 2 here. That means we're going to a deciding map number 3, Alex. Grand finals have yet to disappoint in the 2v2 S&D tournament. What else would we possibly expect?
No, this is why we watch for sure. Search and destroy, going to a round 11, final game of the tournament. I mean, this is going to be great. Great Call of Duty. So far, we've seen some amazing things happen. But I'm really hoping that we see Mumu come to life. We know what he's capable of, but this is kind of what happens. We see the most talented and skilled players kind of take a back seat sometimes during the final moments, and we see other players start to shine. So looking at example in Jabal, maybe they'll start making the plays that really matter the most in these final moments where, you know, $1,000, that's some big money for a weekday tournament. I mean, that's some good stuff there. You always want to make sure that you are playing your best, but when it's for this much money, it's a necessity.
So map number 3 is going to be Seaside, I believe. So something that we have seen already. We saw both semi-finals have that as a map number 2. So look for a lot of B pushes on that winery again, Alex. So Sorgs are going to be so devastating, but we're getting straight into this one now. Map number 3, $1,000 on the line. Reminder to everyone, put exclamation mark giveaway in the chat if you want to be in with a chance of winning a copy of Black Ops 4. Someone in the chat will be winning that today before we end the broadcast. And a reminder to everyone, just before we get in, to head over to teambeyond.net and get signed up for these tournaments. Totally free to enter. And we want to see everyone who is in the chat involved and joining these tournaments and getting signed up and experiencing some awesome S&D. So, Alex, are you still sticking with your prediction?
I am going to stick to it. I do believe in the Mumu. I want to go on board, obviously, with the offensive team here. We're going to start off. Let's just keep it here. I want to see what Jabow's up to. Very intelligent Call of Duty player. And see how he plays this, see if he has the ice.
A slow start here from Jabal and Mumu, but not surprisingly, it's going to be Mumu who makes the moves, and he makes the moves in on that B site. Teammates get traded out, so 1v1. Sorg versus the Maddox. Bomb in the hands of Mumu as well. Mumu's chasing him down hard here. Doesn't manage to get the finish on the kill, though. Example with that Maddox. He's going to force Mumu to back that down, and it's going to be Mumu who wins it with that Sorg. Mumu Sorg Winery B-site is pretty much been the story of Seaside every single time that we've been on this map. And with that big play, he is going to give his team the 1-0 lead.
And look at the fire in his character's eyes. That animation of just her gritting her teeth. That was fantastic. He is uncontested at that bomb site. They basically just... they need to understand what is about to happen when they are facing off against Mumu at this site. Once he is in here, he is home.
Well, I'm going to be in the hands of Denial then. Going to be the Maddox in hand for him as well. Looks like they're trying to play this one slowly. Maybe looking to bait Mumu out. Mumu's confidence is something that might potentially work against him a little bit if they can. Force him to push. And unfortunately just turned away as that push did come in from Mumu. I'm always looking to press his advantages here, Mumu, and this, as I say, if they can wait for him to make that little mistake, maybe they can pick him off. Every time that we see his outline through the map, he is bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. I'm about to call him Little Bunny Mumu. Bomb's going to go down here on the A site. Does get taken down. Surprise, surprise. Guess who? Mumu gets that first blood. Example versus Jabal and Mumu. Got the ICR, and with that bomb down, might have an opportunity here, Jabal.
Oh, no.
The ghost. Halloween's just around the corner, but, I mean, that was spooky enough for me.
He gave his position away. That's... you hate to see it. Both players knew exactly where he was. If they were close enough, he showed up on the mini-map. So, very, very unfortunate. Another round goes to Mumu and Jabal then. You took this round, but we're not done yet. 2-0, exactly the start they would have wanted. Even with Denial, one example, trying to play that one slowly was Mumu again, who got that entry frag, and he's hot on the flank here with that Sorg in hand. The SMG just ripping through that player. 4 rounds to go then for these guys to pick up $1,000. Had he not shot, he was in a very comfortable position. He was in a good spot to be able to clutch up. But that's what happens when you're just a little bit too antsy. You start to get that trigger finger, and it just gets a little Just gets a little too squirrely.
Well, Danail takes down Mumu, so that's going to be a big, big opportunity for them. Jabal comes in with a sword of his own now on that B site. Just to get the stim away, but pushed immediately by example. That's what I want to see from these guys. Take those battles, push those advantages when you manage to get them. They get their first round on the board. Not allowing Mumu to get into that B site, I think, vital as far as their success in that round was concerned.
And I'm a little confused why Jabal, you know, he took that fight and was pushing forward instead of staying in his sights. He possibly could have got his shots off a little bit sooner. Sometimes, you know, as we've seen from Mumu's point of view, that holding forward can really kill your advantage. But, you know, these players are still playing super aggressive and have been shooting well, so it hasn't hindered them too much. But when the game gets this close, every little mistake means so much.
Here comes Mumu. Jabal manages to help him out, though, to keep him alive. And this is exactly what Mumu and Jabal want. They managed to bait him out once again. Jabal with the 2-piece in that one. Going to pick up both kills in the round. Good job from Mumu to bait himself there so that his teammate could get that kill. But they just managed to wrestle one round away there, Espionage. But the Mumu gang, that B site, as I said, that's theirs. They've been working around that B site every single time that we've been here. On C side, and it's another win on the round now. 3-1 the score.
Destroy the objective.
And they are another step closer to being our champions.
Incredible synchronization coming out too. That communication between the two players must have been there, because they came outside that door at the exact same time. Instead of that, you know, instead of Jabal walking around, going for the flank, there was no wraparound. He immediately doubled back. Very smart team decision, making sure that they pushed the aggression when they had the advantage. They had the numbers. They didn't want to get isolated. Making sure that you basically are holding your teammate's hand in that position is always the best bet.
So now off to a little bit of a slow start here. 1-4 for him. Mumu 4-2. Jabal at 3-2 as well. So both players positive. Bomb is down as well. Mumu set up with that Sorg. Jabal with the Sorg as well on the bomb site. So it's going to be an extremely difficult retake here, for example. And Danail, especially as they both get taken down by those Sorgs, absolutely rips through
Stay in the zone.
both players as they try and get into that B site. And again, another round goes against them. Mumu, again, going to have the kill cam. And this guy really has been the difference maker as far as this particular map is concerned. But Jabal, he's been carrying his weight as well. Both players working super well together. Now it's just 2 rounds until they pick up that check.
Now, you saw that player was backing up, and that, to me, spells danger for them. That means that they're on their back foot, literally, that they're losing their confidence, because there was no beatdown. There was nothing that made him need to back up in that battle. He needed to strafe. He needed to get his shots out as soon as possible and get up into his face. There was no reason to back up. You got to stay aggressive. You got to stay on top of your battles. You got to make sure you're hitting your shots. But no, he was... You can kind of tell a little bit about the animation of his character, exactly how his movement might tell where his head's at in this game. They might be giving up a little. 4-1 is a big lead, but they might be able to bring it back. We've got a big 1v1 here.
Yeah, Bomb's going to go down on this A site now. Example versus Mumu. Both of them have got Sorgs. Example manages to get away with his life here, so now it's up to Mumu to make the play. Let's watch his point of view. Moves in towards the bomb. He's going to spot that player out, but Example with a big win. That's a huge moment in this grand final, in my opinion. That not only was an important round for them to win, but to take down Mumu in that 1v1. That's going to fill him full of confidence. Example clutching up when it mattered.
Yeah, and that's a position where you don't want to be jumping. You want to take the heady on the site. You want to peek the corner. You don't want to just jump in to situations like that, because it leaves you at a disadvantage. Your legs will pop up on the screen faster than your gun and what you're able to look at. So you've got to remember that. You've got to be able to make sure you play them the right way. So sometimes you want to jump around corners, but also when you're in a place like that, when you're checking corners, you want to make sure that you are playing it safe and smart. That was a big win. Mumu definitely should not have lost that one. He should have tried to predict where that player was going to be. It was just, you know, it was almost so obvious that player was just sitting right there in front of the bomb. But Mumu playing smart here.
Example wins another big 1v1 against Mumu. 4-3 now, and the little change up of things seems to be working for these guys at the moment. And it's Example who is dragging his teammate at the moment. Danail through this grand final. If Danail can pick up the slack a little bit, then we could well see another round 11 here. Danail currently on 1-7. His teammate Example though 7-4. Mumu sat at 6-4. Jabound at 5-4. Example going to be tagged up there. Danail with the bomb in hand, with the Maddox in hand as well. Going to be moving back towards this B site. This is where Mumu and Jabound have been winning a lot of their battles though. They're looking like they're going to try and get Mumu to peek out here. They do manage to do it. Great play there. Playing, as I say, on Mumu's confidence. Jabound's going to be super weak. Teammate not in a position to trade that one out, but the 2v1 situation means that they will be able to get the bomb down on this B site here.
I like this. I like what they're doing. They are playing it so smart right now. They are definitely playing at a much better speed, and they are going to get themselves back into this one. And, you know, like I said earlier, Example is the one that's going to step up.
Jabaldo's making a statement of his own. He manages to turn this into a 1v1 situation. Example versus Jabald. Example's been winning a lot of these 1v1s. Bomb down as well, remember. Jabald could be taken down to absolutely no health. Comes flying back out, Example. Such a tight 1v1. He's playing the clock beautifully, though, and Example wins the 1v1 again. This man has dragged this back to 4-4.
You really got to give it to both of them, though. Jabald sitting on him like that, just not letting him go. The heals were trying to come in, but he wasn't letting it happen. He was no health himself, but he just kept chasing. And, you know, one extra bullet could have really turned it around. But now we're all tied up. Example, like I was saying, when the pressure is on, you're going to see the other players start to shine. It's really a balance.
Mumu gets the first kill here. Mumu gets the second kill as well. That's going to be map point.
Good job,
Mumu steps up again when it matters. Gets the big two-piece on that winery. That is huge as far as the complexion of this game is concerned. And this grand final. The fact that he took down Example as well as the first kill asserts his dominance over the player who has been the hot hand for the last few rounds. So, Espionage are facing map point. Mumu gang, they just need one more point, and surprise, surprise, I'm starting this one off with Mumu because he's moving immediately through this B site, through the winery, and looking to get aggressive.
You would think they'd learn their lesson by now.
Oh no, they don't. Mumu again picks up that first blood. Example, it's all on you. The bomb is down.
That is their home. That is where they play the best. You cannot play the other team's game. You've got to play your own. And it just was not working out this round. They were trying to force it, and it was not good. But if Example can clutch it, this will be huge.
Jabald clutches up though, manages to be in a perfect position to get the trade. He is going to win the map for his team, and not only that, he is going to win the tournament for his team. Jabald doing what he needed to do. Gets that important trade, and him and his teammate, congratulations to Mumu gang, Daddy Mumu and Jabald. You are the champions of tonight's tournament. $1,000 better off. Commiserations to Espionage, of course, Example and Danail, but $500 in the bank. You can't complain too much about that.
No, not at all. I'm sure they've put in a lot of time and a lot of effort, a lot of practice for this one. But being able to take home that much money on a Monday, that's not bad at all. I mean, I'd be pretty happy about it.
Not bad at all. Now, obviously, we've been giving away $1,000 to these two players, but everyone in the chat at the moment, we're giving away a copy of Black Ops 4. So make sure that you put ! giveaway in the chat, and we'll be giving that away before the end of the show. We'll let you know exactly who is going to be taking that prize home. But Alex, another champion in our second Black Ops 4 S&D tournament. The question for me is, of course, who is going to be the next one?
Well, what I've obviously noticed is that we had both of our finalists from last week out early, and now we've seen a new level of play. We saw some incredible things happening out of Mumu. We saw some players really step it up intellectually. The way they were playing the game was very sound and fundamental. So I want to see more of those players start to get involved. If you really are out there and you think you have what it takes, you see these players playing, you're like, oh, who is this Mumu guy? Who is Chabound? I could take them, no problem. Then sign up. I love seeing the competition start to escalate.
Of course, it's not just a copy of Black Ops 4 that's been given away by the guys over at Team Beyond as well. Thanks to ASTRO Gaming, we'll be giving away an ASTRO A40 headset and mixamp, ASTRO A40 mod kit, Logitech Pro gaming keyboard, Logitech Lightspeed wireless gaming mouse, and a Logitech PowerPlate wireless charging system. All you have to do is head over and follow Team Beyond at Twitter. And obviously keep an eye on the giveaway. Fantastic stuff to be given away by the guys over at Beyond and Astro. We thank them again for supporting these tournaments, for putting these tournaments on for you guys. Again, thank you to everyone who's watched tonight, because it's been another evening of awesome S&D stuff. And again, if you want to enter these tournaments, then head over to teambeyond.net. Get involved. 2v2 tournaments running every single month. $1,000 on the line, $500 for second place. And I mean, what else could you want, Alex? For absolutely nothing, you're getting a hell of a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you're putting in your time and effort into your practice, but obviously, there's no sign up, so that's always a good thing. You're going to be you're going to have some challenges, but being able to take home that first place win, $1,000, that feels so good. And it looks good on your resume. You've got footage you can show other players, say, hey, I got what it takes when the pressure's on. You've got the bragging rights. You're going to have a lot of experience. You're going to have people that are going to be trash talking you. You're going to start to build a tougher and tougher, just mindset about Call of Duty. And this is a great way to start your career if you're looking to go pro.
Well, we do have the winner of our giveaway here as well. So congratulations to Theo Prime, I believe. It's PHEO Prime. You've won yourself a copy of Black Ops 4, quite simply for watching the tournament. So that is pretty much going to do it, Alex. Thank you for joining me, my friend. It's been a pleasure as always. Thanks to everyone who has been watching. Congratulations to Theo Prime. You'll be contacted by the guys over at Beyond as well to claim that copy of Black Ops 4. Most importantly, of course, congratulations to the guys who won everything. That's going to be Mumu and Chabound. Mumu Gang are your champions of tonight's S&D tournament. And from myself and Alex, we will see you all next time.